Well, hello, 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 my fabulous peeps, and happy day, happy day. This is Teacher Melanie, your financial life coach. Whew, I'm so glad that you're here today as I want to talk about let's think outside of the box this Christmas, this holiday. Let's think outside of the box and let's think about the gifts that keeps on giving. Let's think about the gifts that's not going to bring us right, further in debt. That when December comes, right, or even before December comes, right, we've run into the IRS, or not the IRS, but to our accountants or our tax preparer to say, you know what, let's go ahead and file my taxes so I can go ahead and get my tax return as quickly as possible because I got some bills coming in. I've spent a boatload of money this Christmas, and I want to make sure that as soon as my tax return money comes, I can pay it off. Let's think outside of the box. Let's think of ways that the gifts that we give this season does not put us deeper in debt, right? Does not, and I say we because I'm not doing that, okay? Does not allow you just to be a consumer, right? Or just have more liabilities, but now you're in a position of being a I don't want to say not a debtor, but someone that is receiving more assets than liabilities, more interest, right? You're receiving more interest than having to pay more interest. That's what I want to think. You want to put yourself in the position that this season, this time, this Christmas, that the gift that you are giving is going to pay you dividends for years and months and days to come. What are those things? So I'm going to tell you a couple of things that I am doing this Christmas, and I am making a very conscious decision. So I'm not really into the toys and all that type of stuff. My children are getting a little bit older, so they like electronics. They have plenty of that. Okay, they don't have a cell phone, by the way. My daughters are 10, 12, and 13. Oh boy. My daughters are 10, 12, and 13. And so for me, the gift that that I'm giving now is creating more memories, creating more experience, things that they will remember. Also, anything that I'm giving to somebody else that have children, my gift to them is if they don't have some type of college fund or some type of investment fund that for me, that I open it for them on their behalf. Okay. And now I will contribute to that, and they can also contribute that, or they can have other family or friends to contribute that, but something to help their children to start out on the right foot. That is the gifts that I'm giving this year. The only gift that I'm really giving as far as gift wise for my children are bikes. Why is that? Because I want us to be intentional about being outside more and just enjoying the great outdoors and basking in the freedom of just pedaling and just creating a healthy lifestyle. That is the gift that I'm giving. My husband and myself are giving this year to our children, getting them newer bikes because the bikes that they have now is they're smaller, they're getting bigger. This bike now is going to last them for a while, and I need a bike too. Okay, the bike that you see me riding, it is holding on by a thread, and I like riding, so I wanted to create that experience that we can do more bike rides together. So that's the major gift that they are getting this Christmas. And so, as I'm thinking about and really meditating and processing, that is so important that we are intentional with our relationships. And so, taking the time to spend quality time with family and creating memories and games and just creating some experience that the children, our families would not forget. For us right now, with as I share about the sudden loss of my brother and then my father, And I'm so thankful of the intentionality that my family and I had as far as being together and traveling and doing things together. I want to make sure that my children also have that experience, that my family and I, my husband and my daughters, my mom and our, other family members, that we have that experience as we create new memories. And so my gifts to my children are more on experiences, opportunities that they can experience a different side of life, because I realize that life does happen and I don't want them to miss out and be like, well, God, I wish I should have, I could have, maybe, as I said, my father said, don't say you should have when you could have and you didn't. And I don't want that. And so as I'm thinking outside of the box, right? And I'm hoping that you will think of outside of the box. Put yourself in the position, because I don't think that we need not one more pair of sneakers, not one more purse, not one more purse, right? Anything that's going to keep us bound, anything that's going to control us instead of we are controlling it, I'm not for it. I'm not for it. Now, don't get me wrong. I like nice things. And it's okay if the nice thing that you get, you can afford it, right? And you don't have to worry about paying for it for the rest of your life, right? On paying interest, right? We no longer want to pay interest. We want interest to be paid to us. And so that's why I'm talking about especially opening up accounts that's going to add more value to you, that's going to increase your assets, that's going to increase your net worth, right, for yourself and for your children. This is how we can put ourselves in the position with the mindset, just like, okay, if I spend $150, right, or maybe on average $100 on this gift, thereafter, is it going to be any valuable to that person? Is it going to really enrich their lives? Or are they going to enjoy it for the moment and that's it? Right? Or I can do some other things where now we can do things together. We can create memories, really build stronger bonds and stronger bonds and relationships. And so that is where my headspace is in this season and beyond. And so for me, I'm to the point where, okay, you want to do something? Okay, let's go somewhere. Let's create some experiences. Let's do that, because that, for a fact, you'll remember. The gifts, the toys that just cause more clutter. They play for it a moment, they're interested for a moment, and then it's put down. Sometimes they like, I remember my kids when they were younger, they enjoy playing with the boxes than with the actual toys sometimes, and being in the boxes. And so I said, as they're getting older, I want to make sure that they remember those experiences. So what am I saying to you? I'm saying, let's think outside of the box. Let's make a conscious decision that more interest is being paid to you than you're paying more interest. You're receiving more instead of giving out more, right? Giving out more as far as credit card debts, personal loans. I mean, there are some things that as I've met with different clients, I didn't even know existed. And do you know that they're so strategic when it comes to these different buy here, pay here, or those type of places where you can get advances? They put that in particular neighborhoods, right, to keep our people in bondage. And that's why I am so adamant when it comes to us knowing, right, our women sometimes understand the money game, right? That it's not about working hard at working long hours, but it's about putting yourself in a position that money is working for you just as hard as you are working for it. Let me say that again. Let's switch the narrative. Because as much as Gucci is cute, Louis is fabulous, right? Prada is outstanding, and all these other name brands, but there is nothing like when you can receive that money and have ownership in these companies. So let's have more ownership in the companies that you like. Let's have more ownership, because now you own it instead of it owning you. Changing the narrative of what we say to our children about ownership, right? About what is value. What is value? Family time, What is value? Creating memories. What is a value? Having money work for you just as hard as you work for it, saving and investing. What is of value? Living a prosperous life, because that's what God desires for us as well. So I pray this is something that you really think about this Christmas season and the seasons to come, and the days and all the other things that you think about, thinking about what's outside of the box, that now money is working for you just as hard as you are working for it, and you're creating a quality life of great memories and experience with your family. And so if you're looking for that, those of you that don't know, I am a licensed financial rep. I do everything from the womb to the tomb. And if you're looking to find a customized financial game plan, or figure out how you can have more streams of income and making sure your money is working for you and you're creating that legacy, then I'm looking to connect with you. So you can find my discovery link. I do a 15-minute complimentary to see where you are, how I can assist you, and if we'll be a good fit. Because at the end of the day, it's one thing to get the information, but it's the other thing, the most powerful thing, when you implement the information as well. And so with that being said, like I always say, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. And as well, make sure you pray, plan, and believe, because God is still in the business of doing miracles. Make it a great day. Bye, Fabulous.